another live segment. And today I'm going to be discussing the 50 reasons Pisces plays chess while everybody else is playing checkers. I'll break it down for y'all. Now, when it comes to this metaphor, everybody knows that Pisces always enters every situation with a strategy, a game plan because of the adversary, the archons, the Decepticons that awaits for the Pisces to escape. See, it's wrath, but at the same time, Pisces must be prepared because these archons, they just not playing. See? And see, what the hell was that? And see, they gotta play for keeps. You know, any type of you can't just move a certain type of way. You gotta be on point. And that's why Pisces is playing chess, not checkers. See, people that play checkers, they ain't gotta have no plan because what's in front of them is an easy situation. See, welcome, Luna. Welcome. How you doing? And see, Pisces is always playing checkers because everybody gives Pisces a hard fucking time. Everybody gives Pisces a hard time. It's like a game. Every single time you meet somebody, it's like they have two choices to be real or fake. And a lot of times you can meet people for the first time, they shake your hand, they say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you really try to formulate some type of, connection, whether it be platonic friendship or just like, associate. You don't really be trying to, make it heavy, trying to be friends right away on the first time meeting people. But then after you start watching folks, that's when they start to pull out the trick bags and shit. That's when they get to know folks. Next thing you know, they decide to be fake. They try to take advantage. They try to show that dark side too soon. They lie to you. That's the worst thing you could do to a Pisces is lie, fam. You lie to a Pisces, bro. It's almost like taking some shit back to the store for your kids when they was expecting it, bro. It's like if you lie, if you lie to a Pisces, bro, you gonna have to expect the wrath, bro. It's just like if you had your kids, let's just say for example, you had your kids and they're expecting a gift and you promised them PS5 or let's say you promised them some type of something they wanted. As you get to know people and you get let down because they said it, they didn't keep their word, and you send them there waiting, thinking you getting it, only to get an empty box. It's crazy work. So that's what I'm always saying. Like, you gotta notice when people playing checkers, bro, they not this is the type of games that you gotta watch out for this because these people is bored and they playing on the board and they playing with your time. See, that's the thing. You could be playing checkers and wasting your goddamn time. I'm talking about with who you playing with. So that's why when Pisces, when they play chess, that's why they not you see, they more focused and it's like they are already 5 steps ahead. While the other person is still thinking they playing the game and they not playing their game, bro. See, they're playing their own game. That's why I say you gotta go into a situation with a strategy. Welcome everybody that just came in. Welcome. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate everybody that just came in. I keep on saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that from Charleston White. I don't know why watching his videos be having me saying, yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, it's like it's just like the checkers, man. It's to me because listen, why is it that in order to move, you gotta, get past a square? See, you gotta get past a square. But some people look and think, see, one thing with perception, people thinking around squares, but it's even worse than that. See, because everything is a mind. I'm gonna tell you, this just happened to me, bro. This just happened to me. So I met a Leo. Now this Leo was bad. See, man, she had a nice body, but this is the problem. She was much more revealing. She ain't had no bra on. She ain't had no you know what's. She was letting it all show. She made it known that she was a you know what I'm saying a hooker or whatever however you want to say it. So she like, hey, how y'all doing? Woofy woo. So she's new to the city. Obviously, she's not from the city. And guess who introduced me to her? The Pisces, my friend, my Pisces friend. He like, yo, I got a girl for you. I said, who is? He's like, yeah, man, she not from here. I met her. The girl barely had the lady. She barely had no clothes on, bro. So I'm like nervous, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not gonna judge her for how she looked. But that's where I messed up. Now I'm gonna get to that. See, when you first meet somebody, you got to listen. Appreciate the star, Sedona. Appreciate it. When you first meet somebody, do not ignore that intuition when it tells you, is this a hooker? Appreciate the gift, Sedona. Appreciate that. It's like they might say, oh, is this a hooker? Is this a and you like before you even speak, you're like trying to you're trying to scan the receipt and see if, oh, okay, let me see if this is what I'm getting, what I'm feeling on the inside, see, before I even speak. And then the craziest thing is I'm thinking about two things. I'm lusting, and then I'm thinking like, okay, what are we about to do? Because first off, and my Pisces friend said it clear as day. He was like, girl, go put some clothes on before we ain't going nowhere till you go put some damn clothes on. See? And then here's the thing. You already know. What did I do? I asked her what was her damn zodiac. And I already knew. I already knew what a zodiac was. It's just I had to, get her to say it, hear it from the horse's mouth. I said, hey, excuse me, what is your zodiac? Her name was Sophia. Her name was Sophia Diamond. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a stripper name, right? But anyway, I said, yo, what's your zodiac sign? She said, Leo. I said, oh my God, bro. Why the fuck do I keep attracting Leos, bro? Like, my friend didn't even know the girl was a Leo, but I just got done talking to like 4 or 5 Leos, bro. I'm like, damn, I want something different. When you done had spicy chicken sandwiches every fucking day, you want something different. That's another scenario of playing chess, not checkers. Don't be doing the same damn thing. See, some people be used to having, steak every day and then having it medium rare. See, or having it bloody. And then they that's all they want. That's all they ever they don't never try nothing else. It's the same, bloody steak. And then all of a sudden they get tired of it. It don't hit like it used to, like it used to when you wasn't getting it like that. So remember I said when you mess with a Leo woman or a Leo man, you got to be ready for that energy that they give, bro. And it could be a demand on your attention. See? To supply them. So it ain't like you can focus all on yourself when you with a Leo, because she will challenge you. See, when you start to do your own thing, she's gonna call you selfish. And you're like, yo, that's what people do is they stay focused on themselves. See? But then she wants to be, part of whatever you got going on, and it's exhausting. Now let me see. Welcome everybody just came in. Bryce said I have a perfect tree in my yard. I ain't want to know don't want no trees, but buddy. Okay, so I'm break it down for y'all. Now, metaphorically, we know what checkers is, right? It's not the board, bro. See, it's so crazy because everything is like if I say something, y'all probably thought it was like, oh, you really talking about the chess game. No, that's just see, an analogy is just the example, it's the metaphor behind it. Okay. So checkers is you gotta put it like this. Checkers requires you to think a certain way. See, when you playing checkers. Now I'm gonna tell you, what are you doing when you're playing checkers? You're thinking, You're focusing on your next move. See, you react immediately to what's going on or the other person. And then you start to see what's on the board. See? So that's why I said here, this is almost like a minor uh situation that activates, your perception. Now, when you're playing chess, you're thinking differently from how you would think if you were playing checkers. So when you're playing chess, and I'm whispering because, bro, as I was just talking to y'all, it's all kind of people walking to that car like thinking I'm like, bro, it's 2026, man. People go live, man. Goddamn. But it's like everybody looking at you like you doing something weird or something like. So anyway, next thing you know, okay, getting back. So when you're playing chess, you're thinking differently. So here you're watching for patterns. You're thinking ahead. You consider consequences. You wait for information. See, you don't jump the gun. You just don't take off. Now, when it comes to Pisces, see, in astrology, they stereotype Pisces. See, and it's all I'm gonna tell you how it looks. They say Pisces will oftentimes observe longer before acting on a situation. See, and that's not always the case because one thing what Pisces does, they wait until they got all the answers, all the information. Then they alchemize it, they scan it, see? Then they take whatever it is that they need to use or resource wise or what's useful, and then they make a decision. That's the smartest thing because you don't want to hear something. That's just like if you was to get some greens from the store, you got to clean them, you got to, cook them. Not every part of the green is good just because you bought it that way. See, you got to separate it and clean it and thoroughly and make sure it's right before you cook it. So, it's always steps involved. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Remember, I just told you guys a stereotype of what astrologers say about Pisces. But here's the thing nobody talk about is that Pisces watches before moving. And then what? The other people are rushing you. Okay, it's your turn, man. Go. You're like, nah, hold on, man. I need to see, I'm thinking ahead. Okay, if I go over here and I take 2 steps forward, is he gonna say something to me? And what is he gonna say? Or what is he gonna think? Oh, he gonna think that, oh yeah, I'm sweet. Okay, so if I go left, if I go right and take 2 steps to the side, he ain't gonna know what to do. See, it's like Pisces thinks they way through ahead of the enemy, fam. Like, oh, if I do this, what's gonna happen? If I do this, what's gonna happen? See? And then it happens all while Pisces is being quietly observing you. When they're quietly observing you, they're playing chess, bro. Now, here's the thing. When a Pisces, when they're watching before moving, it's the checkers that see they're watching the checkers. And I'm gonna tell you what checkers do. Checkers, they move immediately. When somebody playing checkers, they move immediately. You see how they ain't even gotta think first. That's the worst, bro. I swear to bro, if a person don't even think and they just take off on some shit, bro, accept anything. Oh, we going to a party. Okay, here I come. Do you know who's gonna be at the party? What kind of party is it? See? Now, when a Pisces playing chess, here's the difference. It's the game is Pisces chess. It's not the same chess that you're thinking. It's not your game. See? And here's the thing. When a Pisces is playing Pisces chess, they're observing first. See, let's just say that everybody's reacting to the drama instantly. What would a Pisces do? You think they're gonna react? No, because that'll be playing checkers, right? So what a Pisces would end up doing is saying nothing. Saying nothing. See? But other people, guess what they gonna do? Play checkers and move quickly. It's cold-blooded. See? Now, another thing is that Pisces knows that new information appears later. That's why they don't see nothing. It's cold-blooded, see? So here's the thing. Why do you think Pisces watches the patterns? Because let's say a person lies one time. How many how many times does a person have to lie for you to know they're lying? Once, not 10, not 50, not 100. See? So a person lied one time, but what do most people do? Oh, maybe it was a mistake. You see how you knowing somebody lied and then another person is saying, oh, it was just a mistake. No, it wasn't. See? So what happens is a Pisces will say, okay, since you think the person, oh, just made a mistake, let's see if it repeats itself. It's cold-blooded. Remember I said if somebody does something and nobody notices, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again, bro. They have to do it again. It's not like, oh, they have a choice. See? So here's the thing. Pisces is saying, oh, let's see if it repeats itself. Because they know the pattern is gonna start. Now the pattern becomes more important than the event. Everything is about the pattern. It ain't got shit to do with the lie. It's about how many times are you gonna lie? See, in order to call someone a liar, that's repeated. See, that's repeated lies, bro. Not just one. But it should have been, you see what I'm saying? It should have been just one time, and that's it. See, you gotta know, like remember I said when you give people chances, you give them more turns to hurt you. You give them more turns to swing again. Swing it. Oh, you hit me with a bat. Okay, I forgive you right away. That gives that person another swing. See? They don't say, oh yeah, thanks for forgiving. Oh, I appreciate you forgiving me and I won't do it again. No, they're like, oh, just like that, you just forgave me? Oh shit, yeah. Okay, this time I'm gonna make sure it hurts. See, you get them another chance at knocking your ass out. See? Because now they see, oh, you didn't see, you gotta know people are playing. What game are they playing? See? A game of their own. Now, let's say a Pisces lets people reveal themselves. Because they do. And the thing about it, let's say somebody claims that they're loyal. Oh, I'm loyal, man. I'm the loyalest person on earth, right? You think a Pisces gonna argue with that person that claims they're loyal? Nope. Nope. But what a Pisces will do is that let time test the claim. It's cold-blooded. You could say you loyal today, and guess what? After some time done pass, you take something from your own damn dad or your mom, your brother, whoever, right? He ain't loyal. But you said it to me a month ago. I'm the loyalist. I don't never do nobody dirty. I always be the one help. No, you don't. That time, see, because you gotta know we talking about on a consistent basis, not just one time. You could, yeah, it helps an old lady across the street for one time. That don't mean you care about people. You got to do this every day, all the time, when nobody's watching. Don't just do it in front of me just to try to deceive me to make me believe that you're so caring. Now, here's another thing. Appreciate the hearts, y'all. Is that Pisces understands timing. See, and see, Pisces knows that they are right, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they wait until the proof arrives. See, they wait till the proof arrives. So now it's like, oh yeah, I already knew what was gonna happen. Oh, here comes proof. Oh yeah, come in, come in, come in. Oh yeah, they're right over here. Then it's like, oh, see, I was right. And then people are so embarrassed and so, butthurt. Oh, he's probably, yeah, he probably knew. Yeah, yeah, you knew, but you probably were the one that started it. Oh, you did all of this. Like, nah, just because they don't want to give you the credit that you were right. Now, Pisces sees long-term consequences because it's almost like Pisces is best friends with karma. Karma could be a uncle that Pisces never sees. It could be a long-term, long distant friend. See? But Pisces knows the consequences. That's why Pisces doesn't say nothing. They're like, that ain't my job. That's an exterminator job. That's they. They're gonna come and they're gonna clean house. That's what they get paid to do. That ain't my job. But I know who Karma is. I I met him. That motherfucker don't play. And I ain't trying to be just sitting around and just skirting around in his way. See? But I know him and I know what he come to do. See? But here's the thing. Let's say everybody wants immediate satisfaction. A Pisces will ask, hey, what happens next after the satisfaction? And see, nobody says that. Nobody says what happens next. And then what? This is why I tell people, bro, you make a decision, you should always say, okay, and then what we gonna do? Okay, yeah, we gonna do this, but then what happened next? Okay, we doing this, now what happens next? Because if you don't ask that question, bro, that can be your ass, bro. Oh, the person lures you to the party, they don't tell you how the shit gonna end. Oh, they don't tell you, oh, I'm not giving you a ride home. See, some things you need to know. What's finna happen afterwards? Where are we going? What's going on? What are we doing? Do you just want to be out there just having somebody just have, riding you around, getting you all into all types of trouble for no reason? See, now I'm gonna tell you, Pisces studies motivation, not what happened. See, but I'm gonna tell you, Pisces always questions why did it happen? And see, a Pisces watches energy. That's why I tell people, what are you observing? When you say, "Oh, I always observe." What are you observing? Because you need to be watching energy, bro. It's like if you watching TV. Everybody's watching TV for different reasons, and not everybody is focusing on the same shit that you focusing on. You could watch a movie and know what's going on through the movie. Guess what? Your cousin, he's sitting there on the couch with you, eating popcorn, and he absolutely has no idea what the movie is about. He's watching the movie for action, somebody getting killed, somebody getting, humor. He don't even know what the plot is of the movie. But he goes to the movies or he sits with you and watches a Netflix and he don't have no clue of what's going on. I knew a family member, and this is not, I will say it's kind of sad, but it's funny at the same time. I asked this man, I said, do you know how much gas is? And he said no. I said, so you're the type of person that just goes to the gas station and just pumps the gas. He said, I never know how much the shit is. I just go and tell them get 10 on 5. You know, I don't look at none of I don't pay attention to none of that shit. I said, so you don't know how much gas is. You never pay attention to how much gas is. You just go to a random gas station and say, here, 5 on 10 or whatever, right? And this man did not. That's what he did. He just paid for gas, never knew what the hell, how much it was a gallon. And then he used to complain and say, man, I just left the goddamn gas station. I just put $10 on pump such and such. What the hell? And I'm already going back to get gas. I started to scratch my head. And you were the same person that said you don't give a damn about what gas, you don't read the shit on this. You don't know how much it is a gallon, you just go in there and pay 10 and then leave. So now you're complaining about, oh, it's never enough gas. See how a person can be really losing their goddamn mind over some shit they started, bro. Because they refuse to follow, they refuse to observe, they refuse to look at something and say, okay, oh, okay, I'm paying this and this is how much I'm getting, so I need to pay more. Like simple little common sense things, and they just like totally ignore it, bro. That's cold blooded. But here's another thing. As I mentioned, Pisces watches energies, not just words. So a Pisces watches your tone, consistency, effort, timing. So a Pisces does all of this, all while being what? Silent. See? Now I'm gonna tell you, let's say it's a room full of talkers. Everybody's extroverted, everybody's yapping, right? Like me. Then all of a sudden, then the Pisces starts to listen while everybody's talking. See? And then all of a sudden, the Pisces learns more than what was revealed. See? More than they reveal. The Pisces is like, oh, they might know something, and it's like everybody else missed it. It could be something simple as, hey, there's dessert in the kitchen, you guys. Like everybody was just talking and yapping and yapping. And next thing you know, Pisces goes and helps themselves to a slice of brownies or some type of pie. They come back and everybody's like, yo, where'd you get that from? Oh, wait, they actually have food? And it's like 2 hours later. And it's like, yeah, you guys didn't hear the man come and say, oh, yeah, you guys can get food because they was too busy talking. See, when you're talking so much, you're not listening, bro. See, you're not, you literally cut off your listening when you're just yapping, right? Now, another thing is that Pisces, reason why they're not quick to just do things like other zodiac signs or other people is the fact they let time work for itself. See, they let time work. And see, let's say that somebody has a hidden agenda. You think a Pisces is going to lose sleep and worry about that? No, a Pisces will let the outcome be the time. See, the time will expose it. That's why you don't have to waste energy on people. It will, bro. They're gonna get caught, bro. Somebody does something to you, they're gonna get caught, bro, because it's a pattern. They're never doing it just one time. If someone steals something, they are always stealing. It ain't like, oh, it just this the first time it happened, bro. Oh, somebody cuss you out, they cussing everybody out, bro. They're being disrespectful to you, or they're being disrespectful to everybody. And just know this is the problem. You cannot do the same goddamn thing and expect something different to happen, bro. You can't say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and be disrespectful to everybody that crosses my path." Because guess what? What are the chances of someone whooping your ass? Out of them 12, guess what? 9 of them might swing off on you, but you ain't thinking about that. See, because you're yapping, and you're not listening to yourself as you say, "Oh, I'm gonna be just rude and disrespectful to everybody." See, you just totally missed the whole chances of, okay, well, if I do this, what's gonna happen? What what happens next if I keep doing this like this? No plan, guess what? No plan destroys you, bro. No plan of action destroys you. What happens next? It destroys you. It's crazy. Now, another thing is this is that Pisces understands human nature, okay? So it's like I say, it's more than your zodiac sign. So let's just say a person gets power, okay? They get a, higher status in a company. They have a, they the CEO or just, head honcho, right? Boom. But then with that status, guess what else? A Pisces is able to see. Your character becomes visible. Your true colors show when you are at the top, your true colors show. See? That's why people think that people wait to be just be an asshole of a, CEO. No, when they put on that uniform, when they put on that badge, it's not like they waited. They already was an asshole, bro. It just got promoted, bro. That's like a person that was already like that. They just didn't show it, but it revealed itself once they got the stamp. See, it's like, oh, it was already always there though. And it's crazy people be thinking, oh, the money changed him and oh, he's acting funny now that he has the promotion. No, he's been that way. He just never showed you. See, people don't show you their hand until they feel like they've reached the top, bro. Once they get up here, oh now, oh they ain't got nothing to fight over. Now it's like, oh, all right, okay. Now I can show you I can relax and be my, and really be more revealing now. See? Now, how do other signs play chess and checkers? Okay, so Aries, they win through action. Okay. Taurus wins through endurance. Gemini wins through communication. Cancer wins through emotional awareness. Leo wins through confidence. Virgo wins through analysis. Libra wins through diplomacy. And Scorpio wins through strategy. Sagittarius wins through freedom and vision. Capricorn wins through discipline. Aquarius wins through innovation. And Pisces wins through observation and pattern recognition. And I'm going to tell you, when you got to understand, when Pisces goes out into the world, everybody is chasing you, Pisces. Everybody. And you just don't know it. You don't even know that everybody's chasing you. See, and I'm telling you guys this metaphorically, okay? So Pisces is watching the water while everybody is chasing Pisces, bro. They're chasing the fish. And here's the thing, the fish eventually reveal itself. Eventually reveal itself. Whole time people like, oh, they thinking that they looking at the water, not knowing that it's a fish, not knowing that it is the fish. It's like, yo, so what are you really seeing? So here's the thing. Pisces is symbolic to chess, bro. Everybody's trying to win, bro. You gotta every time I'm gonna tell you, every time you meet somebody, they're trying to win, bro. Especially if they don't join you, they work against you, bro. That's why people, I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing. You have more hidden enemies than you know. You first meet somebody, and I didn't even tell y'all what happened with that Leo. The Leo, the one with the prostitute, the hooker. Oh, she was nice as pie, and oh yeah, how you doing? And yeah, my name is such and such. But she was like, my name is Sophia, but you could call me Essence. I'm like, okay, Essence, all right, I see you. But you still gotta put some clothes on. And she didn't like that shit because we kept, me and my Pisces friend, we kept telling her, like, bro, put some damn clothes on. Next thing you know, this is when she got fake. She started being fake because she was acting nice, the fake nice, just to get the attention. And then once we started, trying to show her around the city and trying to, hey, this is what this is and this is this, she said, oh, let me call my brother. And then she's like, yo, I'm over here and then these two guys. But me and the Pisces, and I told him this, I said, we didn't, we did not get to see her on that phone call talking to her brother. For all we know, that ain't even her damn brother. That could be her pimp. So you cannot think in the box. You got to think outside the box, bro. Everything that's outside of you two, all you guys, it's shit going on all around, bro. All around it. The shit you can't see. And the dude, man, I shit y'all not, bro. When I introduced myself to her brother, his name was Ice. He said, yo, my name's Ice Hype. And I'm like, she keeps on saying, this is my brother. This is my brother. And I'm in my mind like, what is his name? Stop calling him my brother. That's irritate. That's annoyance to my ears because I know that's not your goddamn brother. If my sister is with me and she comes with me out of town and I'm on the phone with her, I'm not saying sister. Oh yeah, that's my sister. Yeah, that's my. And I keep saying that over and over, and I make the phrase a favorite because it's not. It's not at that point when I've made that phrase a favorite. People will loop. People will loop the same fucking word that they felt worked to make people believe a lie. Oh yeah, that's my uncle. Yeah, that's my uncle. Yeah, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. What is his name? Stop saying best friend because now I don't believe it no more. You said it more than once. All you had to say it was one time. You don't have to say it 20 times because now it doesn't look like that's your brother. Because now it seems like you're trying to deceive me. You want me to believe it's your brother because it's not. So I tell my Pisces friend, I said, I don't trust them, bro. I said, be careful, bro. Don't. If she asks you for any money or say anything to you about anything, do not give her it. Once her brother got in the car, the whole energy shifted. She started cussing. She started acting all like ghetto and just like her true colors. In my mind, I'm like, you weren't acting like this before this man got in the car. So what changed? You see how Pisces questions things. What changed? What happens next? And then what? See? And I said, okay, the energy shift, I could feel it. She wasn't even talking to me no more. It's just a small talk and just, chitter chatter. Nope. And then, you know me, I had to get to the bottom of it because I'm like, yeah, I got rising Scorpio on the ascendant. So I said, it had me the intensity I was feeling on the inside. I'm like, bro, I'm fit bring this shit to a head, bro. I could feel it and I'm finna call it out, finna expose it. I said, yo, Essence. She said, yo, what's up? I said, is this really your brother? And she was like, yeah, why you say that? I said, because it don't seem like it. I said, no, I said, hey man, that's your sister, that's your blood sister. Guess what he did? He acted like he didn't hear me. Red flag right there. He was mute as if, oh, she told him not to say nothing. Hey, if they ask you anything about if I'm your real sister, don't say nothing. That's the worst thing you could do. Because when you don't say nothing, now, oh, that means you weren't prepared to be asked. If you, man, listen, if somebody really your brother or sister, and they ask you simply, hey, is that really your sister? Is that really your brother? Yeah, 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 that's my brother. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah. Cause it's awkward to be like sitting there calling each other something that and y'all know what's up. It's like the truth. Like, of course, yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, Bimbo or whatever little nickname you call him or whatever. Yeah. And like, yeah, y'all tweaking. Yeah, that's me. You know how people would literally express and say that. And it's like, oh, of course, yeah, man, that's my brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit, we ain't got to lie about that. That's how people would normally respond. Dude didn't say nothing when I said, yo, is that really your sister? I said, nah. I said, okay, bet. Then I said, you know what? I said, you know what? I said, I said, you know what? We finna drop y'all off. This is when shit hit the fan. This was a test. Remember, I told you the Pisces will drop bait to get answers. Just for you to, it would make you react. So she reacted as soon as I said, I made sure she heard me. I said, yo, we gonna drop them off finna drop them off somewhere. I can't ride with them because this shit feel fake and I'm bored. I said, you know what? Next thing you know, when we drop them off, that's when, sure enough, she reacted. And she said, what? She was like, oh, y'all in y'all chest, y'all acting like y'all zesty or something. She was like, y'all, what y'all gonna put us out for? Oh, because I ain't showing you attention. She gave herself away when she said that. Oh, cause I ain't all in your face like I was when I, when we was in the crib. I yeah, how I was all in y'all face. Oh, y'all just salty cause I ain't in y'all face. Okay, then why? What changed? This new person that just entered the car, we don't know him. And we didn't even know you had a brother in city. You didn't even tell us up front. We thought she was by herself. So she got to calling folks. We like, wait a minute. She ain't come along? And then when he entered the car, he stone cold quiet. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't trust this shit. And then my Pisces friend had me rolling because He said, he was like, I'm gonna get him to crack. He was like, I'm gonna get him. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get him to. I'm gonna get him to talk. I said, all right, bet. And then he started messing with him and shit. He was saying stuff like, yo, bro, what's up with them shoes and woo woo and talking to him about random stuff. And then he started talking. But this is the thing. We came up to this one place. It's like a mall. It's like a brand new like situation. It's like a restaurant type of thing. It's new. She said, "Oh my God, it's so pretty. Oh, look, look, look." Who gets out the car? She gets out the car and Ice, the man, so-called brother. See, I did this on purpose. I didn't get out the car. When people are together, they follow each other, bro. If two people, if that's her man, they're going together to go look at that whole little pretty or whatever she found to be amazing or something. He's following her. Your brother ain't finna be quick to just be neck and neck with you because you went to go see a nice looking restaurant. No, because a lot of times I don't do that with my sister. If I see she finds something nice she looking at, she going in there unless she asks me to come with her, but not, I'm not gonna be neck and neck. It's almost like if y'all holding hands, no. And sure enough, they went together in that. I said, oh yeah, they together. And then I got mad because I'm like, I hate people lying to me. So I said, you know what? I said, look, y'all gotta, I said, look, man, we about to drop y'all off. Cause I said, this shit's starting to annoy the hell out of me. I said, I don't like fake people. And all you had to do is tell me if this dude was somebody you was talking to, if you wasn't new to the city, you should have just said that shit. Cause now it's clear as day what's going on. Because this is the thing. When they got in the car, they started trying to ask, tell us where to take them. Oh, I thought y'all wasn't, I thought you, were new to the city. How the hell you know what's down on such such street? You telling us, oh, just drop us off over at such such. Well, how the hell you know that's over there? I said, no, man, y'all full of it, man. Get the hell out my damn car, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. And then she got to being defensive, like, oh, yep, yep, yep. Talking about some. So what if it's my man talking about, I ain't with none of y'all ninjas. I ain't with none of y'all ninjas. Yeah, so what if it's my brother or not? It don't matter. Told on herself. See, Leo will lie to protect their pride, bro. They don't want to be accountable and just say the truth because, oh, if it make them, you know, you, okay, say if it makes them, feel embarrassed, it makes them look bad, they gonna lie. And she was screaming like she was talking like the tone of like, oh y'all, oh I know y'all. See, that's the thing with y'all. Y'all zesty and y'all just mad because like whoop de woo. What does him being in the car? Like both of y'all acting like weird. I said, no, not acting weird, just saying it, bro, because you gotta understand from man to man, if a dude come around, see, of course it's gonna get awkward. Cause we would have, me and my Pisces friend, we would have kept it moving had we seen both of them together standing on the damn corner. We ain't gonna go over there and be like, yeah, what y'all doing? And hey, what's going on? Why y'all just standing here? We ain't the damn police. We just like, oh, he said he saw her alone. So I'm like, okay, bet. And he was just looking out for me because he had met somebody. So he like, oh, I got you something. Woo, this girl. And then I'm like, okay, bet. She looked nice on the surface, but she ain't had barely had no damn clothes on. So that was the situation. But then when the dude come in the scene, it threw the whole vibe. It killed the whole vibe because we thought she was alone. Then this dude come out of nowhere, big old wicks, dreads in his hair. He like, oh yeah, what's up? What's up? Nah, bro, you gonna have to get out, bro. We ain't doing that what's up shit. We is not cool, and it's awkward. It's weird. And I'm sitting there in the back seat. I'm like, cause I'm sitting there observing the dude. I'm back there just like, so this how I'm gonna spend my evening. Awkward silence. Just this man ain't saying shit. He's like down there, quiet as a mouse. Like he getting paid to shut up. Anybody with that controls poise where they just like a damn somebody's what they call them? Somebody's security. And they just all watching over somebody. Oh yeah, that's my security man. And he just standing there, just looking tough, looking strong and shit. Like ain't saying nothing, ain't, communicating, ain't, it would have been different. See, you would have knew it was the brother if he had been talking somewhat. Oh, what y'all on? What y'all doing? Yeah, man. How y'all like the city? He would have been talking, acting a little bit more brotherish, not no motherfucking not saying nothing. And then my friend, he a Pisces too. He started because what's real, like, I ain't gonna lie, my Pisces friend is like a damn genius because he said, I'm gonna get dude to crack, don't worry. See? And he got him to crack just like he said he would. He started talking, bro. And he was like, yo, man, well, this is the arsenal, the way he asked the questions. It was like, I couldn't do it because I'm like, bro, I don't like that fake shit. I hate fake people. I hate fake situations. And I have to dismiss these type of people. I don't let them, get close up on me like that. And I'm like, Shh. It ain't, it's not that I'm offended or anything. I just don't deal with stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, we put them out. Oh, we put them out. Oh, it got ugly. It got ugly. Police showing up, all kind of shit. She was trying to fight. I'm like, now you trying to fight? Talking about, yeah, because you you sitting there, you saying that ain't my brother and what the whoa, and that wasn't even what we, rode with y'all for and whatever. I'm like, no, man, it's just the whole thing is that, dude, you acting different and dude ain't saying nothing. See? And now she started talking, she's acting as if she's running the show, but she didn't have that same energy when it was just her. Okay. Now, another thing is that Pisces, like I say, don't always make the first move. They oftentimes wait until everybody else has already shown their move. See? Now, another thing is I just dropped a video talking about Gemini. So, why Geminis get so much hate. So I had to, reveal that. So I uploaded that video. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about let me see what I got for y'all. Another thing, let me see. Okay. Let me see. All right. Give me a sec because I got plenty shit that I okay, so let me see here. Now I'm gonna tell you, okay, so Pisces, you gotta think when it's necessary. As I said before, I had to, break this down because you don't get paid to think. And you always want to think when it's useful. See? And you gotta know when you're wasting your energy. See, because you could be consumed in something you absorb and just over consumed in it, and it's allowing you to, give it attention, give it energy. Now, a Pisces, they notice someone energy change, like I mentioned with the prostitute or whoever she was, the little whatever, right? Then, like I say, a Pisces notices a person's replies change. See, their effort change. See, and that's the thing. Appreciate the coin answer. When you notice a person, they're not giving no more effort. They're not trying to talk anymore as they once were. When you first met them, it was all like giddy and energy and how you doing? And yeah, man, the city and yeah. And then you could feel their energy because it's excited. They're excited. They're like all in, engaged. They're giving you, effort. They're making effort to talk. But when you notice the energy shift and they are not trying anymore, that's what you have to notice. That's when you have to think. Because now what you got to think is what's useful. And here's the thing. Remember I said Pisces oftentimes will doubt themselves because they're right on the money. They'll say to themselves, well, maybe I'm overthinking. Then a Pisces will say, maybe I'm wrong. But what happens next? A Pisces is like, okay, maybe I should go figure it out. See? And then eventually Pisces realizes that I already noticed the pattern. How do y'all see what I'm saying? A person would do something and then do it again. If they didn't give no effort, they're gonna not give any more effort, and no more effort, and no more effort, and no more effort. It's a loop. Everything is looped. They do it one time and they keep doing it until it stops, until you stop them, until you end the cycle, bro. When you end their cycle, it can't do it no more. It's pointless. See, now here's the thing. When a Pisces stops thinking, because thinking isn't the same as knowing. See, there's a difference. A lot of people think, oh, if I think more, I get more answers. No, that's not how it works. And it's not always like that. But let's say, let's say you replay a conversation back 500 times. Then you start to ask yourself the question, why did they do that? But you don't know why did they do that? Started off because they did it one time. See, you start to think, why did they do that the first time you hear them do it? Why did he ring the back doorbell when I told him to come bring the shit to the front door? But why would you replay that situation back in your mind 500 times later? 500 more times. Damn, why did he go to the back door? One, why did he go to the back door? Two, why did he go to the back door? Three, now do you see how much energy you're wasting when you only had to know one time that he went to the wrong door? See? So you ask yourself, why did he do that? Now, 6 months later, they show exactly why. Oh, because they wanted to buy your dog. Oh, because they wanted something. That's why they went to the back door. They knew if they came through the front door, they couldn't get close enough to it, see, of what they wanted. So what does this show you? It's intentional why he went to the back door. And when people don't follow directions, what they're really saying is F you. Oh, come to the front door, put my pizza on the front porch. They don't do it. It's because what they're saying internally is F that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to the back door. Because, oh, they got a pit bull and I'm going to see if she'll sell it to me. See? Hidden agendas. And this, when you know you said something clearly and someone does something different, what changed? What happens next? See how it's so easy for you to know things when you keep it simple instead of overthinking it. Now, I'm gonna give you guys the fisherman metaphor. Okay, let's say the fish disappears underwater and the fisherman has two choices. He could either A, jump in the water and chase the fish, or option B, he can wait and watch the water. So what does Pisces learn from this? Pisces learns that the water always reveals where the fish went. See that? It's cold-blooded, bro. It's what you can't see. And then on top of that, reality eventually reveals the truth. That's why they say when Pisces is not, oh, they're not all there, oh, they're not all here. You wonder why. Because this is where patterns are born. This is where patterns are. Right here where we stand right now. So when reality reveals itself, it's always going to reveal the truth no matter what. So you don't even have to replay shit back 500 times of, oh, why did he, what, when, where, how. The reality will reveal it. Now, here's the problem. Why does Pisces overthink? It's because Pisces naturally sees the possibilities, the potential, see? And most people see one possibility. Pisces sees Pisces sees several possibilities. It can be 52 possibilities that a Pisces sees. They never put nothing past nobody. Oh, I ain't letting nobody watch my kids. You could be a serial killer. You could be a such and such. You could be this. You could be that. You could try this. You could try that. You could do this. You could do that. You could have him. You could do this. You could be the cousin. You could have that. You could come to the back door. You could come to the front door. See that? So this is different than the person that says, oh, why did he go through the back door? Thinking it's just one possibility. See, a Pisces see you do something different than what they asked you to, they on your ass. But they not on your ass in the way, oh, that you thinking it. See, they're gonna watch your energy while you're doing it. See, that's why I tell people that have ring cameras. It's not about the person you're watching, it's about their energy in the video. Oh, if a person is on your porch and he's all antsy, has his hands in his pants and he's tapping his little feet, he's got that little nervous little tap with his toes and he's just looking around, that means he's trying to hurry up and get something, see something. He ain't just standing there because he's cold and nervous. No, it's not just that. There's several more possibilities in his energy on that camera that you have to watch out for. Now, the problem here is when Pisces has this, several possibilities type of mindset, the problem is now Pisces is trying to solve 52 futures that haven't happened. See? Because he's only, listen, you're supposed to be on the money the first time it happens. 2 times is a pattern, bro. Not 52. Not 52. So anytime somebody lies to you, that's the start of the pattern. If you don't stop them, if you don't say, hey, you lied. So you don't have to see them lie 100 times just to be like, oh, yeah, now you're a liar. No, that's a little too late. See, because now you're overthinking it. Now, when a Pisces, now this is the sauce. When a Pisces starts Pisceing, if you set off a Pisces, look, man, it's different fish in the ocean, bro. When a Pisces start Pisceing, this is when a Pisces crashes out, bro. If you spit in a Pisces face, oh, you are great, man. Your ass is out of there, bro. You gonna wake up in a whole nother realm, and it ain't gonna be this one. And you never underestimate, bro. Even if it's the most quietest, oldest, youngest Pisces, bro, they will literally hawk smash some shit. I'm not even kidding, bro. And here's the thing: when a Pisces starts Pisceing, a Pisces no longer has the desire to solve it. Because now it's about dissolving it, getting rid of it. Bro, this is why I tell people absorption, bro. When you take a vitamin, your body only absorbs what it needs, bro. When a Pisces absorbs your emotions and energy, they only take what they need and get rid of the rest. But here's what you fail to realize about Pisces. How is he going to get rid of it? The excess. How's he going to get rid of the excess of what he doesn't need? Oh, you think he's going to give it to someone? No. No, he ain't going to just give it to someone. No. See, a Pisces they will get rid of you. Look at John Wayne Gacy. He wasn't right, but I'm just saying, when he got rid of the ex, he didn't give a damn, bro. He buried them people in the ground, bro. Like, he wasn't playing, bro. He didn't give no F, man. He didn't give a damn. See, when we say a Pisces starts Pisceing, we think of John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez, crashing out, flashing out. Like, damn, they just snapped. Because of one thing, they stopped, solved. Listen, they did not solve it. They did not need to solve it. So what happens if a Pisces automatically starts saying to themselves, I don't need to solve this. I need to dissolve this. That's why I said that's the worst archetype of Pisces is the Pisces, the crash out Pisces. Bro, that's the one you got to watch out for. That's worse than the dark side. The crash out Pisces is the one that I ain't fixing shit attitude. I don't give a damn if it's a pattern or not. Hey, you do it one time and that's it. That's it. One time. So here, let's say the friend of a Piscean starts acting weird all of a sudden. But y'all supposed to be cool. And the Pisces sees you start acting weird. Now, what would the old Pisces do? See? Because when a Pisces starts Piscean, they become something different. See? They become something different. They're not the same old Pisces. So the old Pisces attitude would be, oh, my friend starts acting weird. I'ma just analyze everything. I'ma just chase the explanations. I'ma just investigate. Nah. But when that new Pisces from Piscean out, crashing out, they just observe, they wait, and then they watch the patterns, and then they dissolve it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Getting rid of you can end so many types of different ways. Think of all of those possibilities. Oh, I could put them in the dumpster. I could take them to the lake. I can flip him over. We can go swimming together. I know he can't swim. He's gonna just drown, and I won't have anything to save his ass with. No life jacket. I'll make sure I have one, but guess what? His won't work. A Pisces will give you one that's all fucked up, that don't even work. But oh yeah, here's a life jacket, man, but that shit ain't finna save you because it don't work. I gave you the broke one. It's like, oh, we both gonna play the game together, but I'm gonna give you the broke controller. So I win all the time. See? Then I'm gonna make sure I bet too, just so I can rub it in your face and you don't know that the A button don't work. The little analog stick is all just, you know, busted. And you thought, oh, we really playing the game. We're going against each other. No, you're not. You lost. You lose. You lost when you picked that controller up. So you gotta be careful because you could be at a disadvantage with that Pisces and not even know it. See? Now, the outcome of all of this is the truth reveals itself. The truth does. And that's the craziest thing that happens is the truth reveals itself and then you don't have to do anything, bro. Because the truth will do it. That's why I say, you look at a person, the garbage man comes, it's like, yo, he has one job to do. And then so you have your job to do. But his job is not your job. So you can't worry about what he has to do. Because he's just gonna do it. And that's it. See? Now, when you don't get paid to think, what does this really mean? Because I know a lot of people have their own, different versions of what this means. Now, I'm gonna tell you what it means. What it means is you got to stop caring about other people's problems. That's what you don't get paid to think means. Stop caring about other people's problems, bro. When you stop caring about other people's problems, now you only absorb the shit you need. That goes back to the vitamins. Oh, I'm only gonna absorb the shit that I need, the shit that I can work with within this other person, not the bullshit. See? Because your body only needs a certain amount. That's what you gotta know, that you gotta look at it in this way, metaphorically. Now, another thing is this. Another thing of what you don't get paid to think is that you have to stop solving mysteries nobody asked you to solve, bro. Just like you can't try to heal everybody. Everybody does not want to be healed, bro. So leave them to themselves. They say no thank you. Okay, that's it. They said no thank you. Yeah, you want to save them, you want to help them, but they don't want your help. Move on to the next. See? So another thing of what you don't get paid to think what it truly means is that stop trying to control the outcomes, bro. See? Another thing of what you don't get paid to think means is stop mentally arguing with reality. Just like Tupac said, even though he was a Gemini, that's just the way it is, that's the way it is. That's just how it is, man. You can't control the truth. The only thing that controls truth is reality, bro. It's like the truth itself, the realness, the real whatever. Put it like this: the real situation of what is considered real about a person, it just comes out, bro. That's just like this. And I'm not trying to be like gross, but like that's just like you got whatever's on the inside of you comes out. Whatever has to come out of you comes out, whether you like it or not. So if you have to take a bowel movement, oh, you could try to hide the fact that you gotta go, but you gotta go. It's gonna come out. Even if you do not want people to know. Even if you try to hide it, you're gonna go. And that's how the truth is. See? Now, another example of you don't get paid to think, what it means is that you gotta stop trying to force answers. See? Trying to force answers, that's how you get what? Caught up in lies, bro. Getting caught up in lies is like a spider's web. See? Deception. When you're looking for answers right away and you're not willing to wait for it to reveal itself, that's how people fill you up with filler. See? They know you're looking for the answer, they just make up one. See? Now, I'm gonna give you guys a story about the detective, okay? Now, there was a rookie detective, and I'm gonna tell you, he only seen one clue. That's just like a person being loss prevention officer, and they find one thing, and now they think somebody's stealing. Could you imagine if he approached that person? Oh, because he saw one thing? That's not enough evidence. That's not enough. You can't just say, oh yeah, he looked up at the camera. Oh yeah, he's stealing. No, bro. That ain't enough evidence, bro. See? So getting back to the detective. He was a rookie detective and he seen one clue. So what did he do? He immediately decided that I solved it. I saw one clue. So now he's saying to himself, oh, I solved it. Now, the difference is a veteran. A veteran detective sees one clue and says, interested. See? Then he waits. Pisces matures when they become the veteran detective. When you become the veteran detective, bro, you wait and you're not all excited because you saw one thing. Oh, the intuition told me doing this, so he doing it. No, you just say, interested. I'll wait. And then bam, you ain't even have to get out your goddamn seat. It did it. The shit got out the seat and showed you what it was. See, you was just like, oh, I'll just wait for it. Because right now it's cooking. It's just cooking, man. You gotta wait 15 minutes. You can't eat a frozen pizza, bro. You gotta let it cook, man. And the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you, the hidden lesson behind this is that Pisces isn't learning shit. Pisces is they're not thinking. See, they stop thinking, and then a Pisces is learning because they're thinking about they're thinking when it's necessary. See, so that's the whole hidden lesson behind it because when a Pisces stop thinking, people think you're gonna make a mistake because everybody relies on what you know. It's like not what you know, but what you think. Everybody relies on what they think. See, not what you know. So when you know something, you just wait. See, I'm gonna tell you, there are people when something new comes out. How many people think that they're gonna run out, right? So they camp out in front of Best Buy, oh, new PS6, PS5, whatever, right? They wait in line because they have a fear that, oh, it's gonna sell out. But somebody that knows it's not, they're like, I'll get it on Friday. There's no rush. Friday comes, guess what? They still have several, they have several councils, and it's like all these people just rookie consumers. They just went out there and camped out and for no reason. See? So here What this hidden lesson is that Pisces, when they are learning, they are thinking only when it's necessary. Because here's the thing. Because endless thinking, it often becomes what? Anxiety, fear, assumptions, and mental exhaustion. See, you could be on anxiety medication and you don't even need it. All you gotta stop doing is overthinking, man, because you're driving yourself nuts. You're overthinking. And I tell everyone, dude, everything about you requires you to know how to handle it, know how to use it. Because everybody that sits on the toilet seat is not sitting on the toilet seat doing the same shit. No, they're not. Everybody, some people are sharding, some people are just sitting because, oh, they just want to, they want to read or do something, or they're just, fiddling around with something, it's weird, I know. But everybody that sits down and does that, they're not doing the same shit, bro. It's all different. Different, it's different, everything's different. And that's why I say, because of that fact, even though I know it's kind of gross to use that example, but that was the quickest one I could, think of, because it is 1 in the morning. But anyway, yeah, you got to know that because people will overthink some shit quick. And then on top of that, I'm gonna tell you another example: the lottery. People will sit there and fill out a pamphlet and pick their numbers and take all goddamn day. Well, let me put Jerry's birthday, 4 5, yeah, 86, and let me put Ricky's, his last four, and then let me get this, and they're there all day. And them numbers get sent through, and it's not a guarantee you're gonna win, bro. You could take all day and fill that pamphlet out and not win shit, bro. So it's almost like if you just fill it out, normal. 'Cause the game is so chancy and random that it's like somebody can win that don't even play the shit. And then you sit up there and spend hours putting those numbers in, bro. So it's like little differences there. Now, that's why I say when you play with shit, you get shit in return, bro. When you're doing something that's wasting time, when you're doing something that's not, it's not productive enough, what it starts to do is it just works against you. Now, another thing with Pisces is that the moment that Pisces stops chasing answers is often the moment the answers start chasing Pisces, bro. See, you will get the answer. They're gonna come to you. You ain't got to chase the answer. The answer could come to you. Hey, it could come out of someone's mouth. It could come out of you could be in a situation, you could be dreaming, daydreaming. It could just boom, just hit you right there. Like you going to get a shot. And then right there, and you getting a little syringe, a little shot in your arm, a little flu shot, and then it's over with. Now you like, oh man, damn. Well, I'll be damned. Okay, now you done found out some shit and you ain't go looking for it. See, that's why I tell people don't have to be nosy. You don't have to be asking people what happened. No, just don't say nothing. It'll come to you. Reality will show you, will tell you. So it's like somebody will end up coming to you and say, "Yo, you heard what happened to Mike? Oh yeah, what happened? Oh, you didn't have to go chasing him down for the answer. He gonna chase you to tell you. Yeah, man, he ain't make he got locked up, man. Yeah, he got to do a year, man. Yeah, I told him to chill out with that shit. It's like, damn, you probably wanted to know, but you didn't chase nobody down for the answers. Now, I'm gonna tell you, that's why Pisces eventually becomes quieter. See, because when you become quieter, then you start to receive more answers. And on top of that, it's not because you stop noticing, it's because the Pisces realize that the reality reveals more than overthinking ever could. You're never supposed to overthink. Not even when you take tests, ACTs, or anything important, you're never supposed to overthink, bro. You only think when it's necessary. That's just like if somebody's interviewing you. You never want to offer and start, telling it more than what was asked of you, bro. You only answer the questions they ask you. That's it, bro. Because you can mess around and mess it up just because you start talking, you get diarrhea at the mouth, you start talking about something that didn't even need to be discussed, bro. Thinking that it's going to help the situation when it's actually, ruined the whole situation. Now, now I'm going to talk about, let me see, I got another thing for y'all. So, let me see. Let's see here. Okay, so, let me see. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff, man. It's crazy. Like, okay, let me check something here. Wait a second. Okay, so it comes a time in a man's life where, welcome everybody that just came in as well. Why you say a tapeworm, John Doe? Why you say that? Okay, so like everything is going good. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, okay, because this is a lot of like I say, a lot of content. So I'm like I said, working up a little sweat here, okay? Okay, so another thing is this. Sometimes Pisces get to a point where they can't trust you anymore, okay? So like at this point, Pisces, you always got to go with your first mind because you can't once you know this, you can't go back and forth and 1 minute you're like, oh, I trust you, or 1 minute, because I'm gonna tell you, trust is like, how can I say it? It's like delicate. It's like it could break so easily. Like you give that trust, bro, and it could just shatter. It's like just as fragile as glass, bro. So here is that the reason why it's hard to trust people because it's how they use that trust. See, it's like you're supposed to, be appreciative, respect it. And it's like some people look at trust, it's like you giving them a glass picture frame and you're like, yo, this picture frame is it's rare. It's like it's like a certain type of glass that's rare. And it's like, yo, don't break it. Whatever you do not break this glass because this glass means a lot to me. And I don't give this to everybody, but I trust you with it. And then all of a sudden, they're carrying the glass that you gave them, right? And then all of a sudden, they drop it. They drop it, and it's like it hurts you that it broke more than the person that dropped it. It's cold blooded. See, because the whole thing is that you that of what you giving someone is a piece of you. See, and the minute they just literally don't care and they just boom throw it, break it, whatever, it's like you can't get it back. See, you can't get it back how you gave it. So that's why once you ruin trust, it's like you can't put those little itty bitty shards of glass back together. No, you can't. It's impossible to find all the missing pieces. So that's why when you give trust, it only takes one mistake to break it. That's why I say stop thinking that everything has to happen twice. When somebody betray you, the glass breaks. You cannot let them come back, bro. No, you can forgive them, but not let them come back. Because we call that holding them accountable because they broke it. Yeah, I'm not mad at you, Ricky, but you broke the trust. I can't trust you anymore. I forgive you, but trust and forgiveness is two different things. So yeah, I'm not gonna have resentment built up, but I don't trust you anymore. So you can't come to my house and I don't want you, around my kids or whoop de whoop de woo. But yeah, that's how it ends. That's it. And you got to stand firm on it, on that boundary. See, because the boundary keeps it to where it doesn't happen again. It's like a headstone, a tombstone is like a little headstone, and it's like, okay, you can't come over here anymore because you broke the trust. So it's in stone that you cannot come over no matter what. See, because that trust, it was given to you brand new, brand spanking new. Never been in anybody else's hands. And you just, oh, I told you not to break it. I told you what was going to happen if you broke it. And hey, ain't no fixing it. Nope. Because you can't. You cannot fix broken glass, bro. You can't. You cannot put it all back together and say, I'm sorry, and oh, let me fix it. No, you should have been more responsible with that trust. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got to take it serious. When you give trust, you got to take it serious, bro. Cause I'm telling you, when somebody do something to you, it's not that you're hurt. It's because you gotta understand, when they step all over your you know what I'm saying, your trust, that ain't something you can't just be giving that out like that. And then, like I say, people playing in your face and doing stuff. Nope. See, because it's too dangerous to keep those type of people around you. Now, the thing about it, what the hell was that? Did y'all hear that shit? That shit was loud. It sounded like a gunshot or something. The fuck? Somebody must have crashed or something, bro. Did y'all hear that shit? This is why, man, I don't, bro. This supposed to be a good neighborhood, and now I guess not. But I don't know. I know y'all probably caught the time stamp of it, but damn, I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, sound like somebody crashed into maybe a pole or something. But yeah, okay, so when it comes to see, that's why I be telling y'all real quick. That's why I be telling y'all, bro. That was the same way how the person started shooting at me, bro. Just on some humbug, me just doing. I was just finishing up work, and then boom, they just started shooting at me. And just now, y'all heard that bang, that loud noise. It's like, damn, what was that? Ain't too many. It's like one or two cars next to me, and that's it. Yeah. Then here's the thing. Okay, so when okay, you go back. Okay, let me see here. All right, so let me get back to where I was at, y'all. That little noise threw me off slightly. Okay, so I know where I was at. Just give me 1 second. Do. All right, so yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of got me a little shook there. The hell was that, bro? Okay, so let me get back to where I was at. All right, so let me check here. Okay. I know what I'm gonna talk about. So just give me 1 second, y'all, so that way I can find where I left off at, because that noise literally threw me off for real. It's all the little distractions and shit. Okay, so give me one moment, y'all, since like I say, the little thing threw me off a little bit. Okay, let me see. That could be right. Okay. Mhm. Oh, Okay, I'm gonna see because let me look at this. Okay, so yeah, just give me one moment, you guys. So this is that little noise, the little crash noise thing. That stuff really, I was like, literally, it threw me off so bad because I literally like lost. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm gonna get back to where I was at though, but it's like, damn, that shit threw me off. I wasn't expecting that noise to happen. Let me see. Mm, mm. I appreciate those of you that's still there. Let me see. Mm, my moon sign is it's Aquarius at 3 degrees. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio rising. I have Scorpio rising, and that's like at I believe it's like at 28 degrees, but out of moon in Aquarius. But like it's crazy because it could be times where I'll be around people like with the moon in Aquarius placement, and like if I feel something like off or I feel like something is off with a person, I'll like disappear and then come back. I don't know why I be doing that, but I be feeling like when you walk away from somebody, they adjust. If they're not 100% themselves, they'll like adjust, a tad bit. So by the time you come back, you realize like, oh, okay, they're not the same. Oh, you got Gemini rising, Taurus sun, and Scorpio moon. And how do you feel like with that placement, like with the Scorpio moon? Let me see. Cause like I could tell you like somewhat about that placement that you got. So like those are like all, different energies. So it's almost like with that with the first impression that Gemini rising is like people see you as someone that's talkative, curious, witty, social, adaptable, good at reading the room, and you may oftentimes, appear to be friendly and easygoing, even when even when other people are hiding something. It's like they might be hiding what they're thinking, but you be knowing. And then it's like your core is your Taurus sun. So here, it's like underneath it all, you could be, somewhat stubborn, loyal, patient, practical, security focused, or just comfort loving. So you could be the type of person that don't like being rushed, or you probably usually want, stability with money, relationships, and daily life. And your emotional world or how you see things with your Scorpio moon, you can have it could be very intense there. So emotionally, you could be the type of person that's secretive, deep, protective, suspicious, passionate, all or nothing type of attitude. So you could be the type that may like, smile or joke on the surface, but then with your Gemini rising, you could be, probably feeling, emotions much more intensely than, other people what they may realize. But the thing about it, because of that Gemini rising, there could be a contradiction there because with that type of combination, it's almost like you talk like a Gemini, you live like a Taurus, and you feel like a Scorpio. So it's almost like it could seem like you're open, but then it's almost like you reveal very little about your true feelings. That's what Scorpio moon does. And then your strengths are, you could be excellent, at observing people. You could have strong intuition about motives. You could be, loyal once the trust is earned. You could be persistent and hard to break. You could be good at gathering information, and you could be very persuasive. But the challenges that you face are you can overthink people's intentions. You may be more prone to hold grudges. You may, you could be jealous or possessive, and that can that can appear when you're hurt. You may experience trust issues. You can become emotionally guarded, or sometimes you could say less than you're actually feeling. And then, like in relationships, you could uh you could want mental stimulation, which that's more, that more coincides with your Gemini rising. You could want loyalty and consistency, and that's more related to your Taurus sun. And you could want deep emotional bonding, and that, relates to your Scorpio moon. So you may oftentimes just dislike superficial relationships, and that's if you sense dishonesty. So you could just start, wanting to investigate, test, or just quietly distance yourself from them. Now, your vibe, usually because you got Gemini rising, is you could be the person that's standing at the front door talking to everybody. And then because you got Taurus sun, it's like that's the house itself. So here it's considered solid, and hard to move. Cause anybody that got Taurus placements, it's like they're not easily, pushed, meaning because of their solid frame, how they're structured, because they're more down to earth, they're more like grounded. So with the Scorpio moon placement that you got, it's more, like a locked basement. So here it could be very few people that get to see that get to see you. So here people probably think they know you because they talk, because they talk a lot. Then at times it's like the deepest part about them usually, remains hidden. So that could be you as well. So, it's just now I gave you the freebie now, but I normally, like I say, I charge the breakdown person, chart or their sign and their moon or their rising and whatnot. But yeah, um, that's just what I have for you. Is it I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Iris? I rise? Yeah, I rise. Let me see. Say yes, like I live on Pluto. I'm a Pluto dominant. Oh yeah, for sure. That anything with Pluto is very intense. See, people can feel it, and it's like it uncovers, like I say, everything about a person, like by force. Because it's like if one thing about Scorpio, like not Scorpio, but just Pluto itself, is like it uncovers things. So it's like the hard shell, or like the hard type of, shield or something that would cover a person's like dark shadow. Like it uncovers everything. So it's like even if a person got a shadow side to them, you always attract it. You always notice it. That you get to know people's shadow side of them, and you could feel it emotionally because you could look at them and see like and know that they're hiding something. And usually people hide their shadow because they haven't accepted that side of themselves. It's because of, it doesn't go with their uh the light side. They don't like to show people the shadow side. The shadow side feels more comfortable in a house full of darkness because it's like, oh, if I'm gonna be like this or make these decisions, I'd rather be in a dark room where only I can see or know what I'm doing, but you probably can't even see what you're doing only when it affects someone, only when it affects someone else. Let me see. You said your is Aquarius said, do you manifest using your chart? Um, I mean you can, but I could tell you more about that in one moment. So when it comes to you said it was in Aquarius. Okay, so see. Yeah, it's like I ain't gonna lie though. It's like if you with your midheaven and you said it's in Aquarius, so it could be your reputation long term. It could be your long term goals when you lean into your Aquarian, midheaven or whatnot. So here it's like you can be the type of person that with that Aquarius midheaven, you could be the type of person that likes being different instead of fitting in with other people. You could be, into or interested in technology, internet, social media, gaming, or innovation. You like building communities and networks. And you could be the type of person that's independent and, like freedom at the same time. You could think ahead of trends. You could help groups rather than, only individuals. And like I say, you could create something unique that people remember. But when you said something about the manifestations of the chart. And the answer is yes, because when when you have the Aquarius midheaven, oftentimes you start to focus on your self visions. See, your future self vision. So here you might ask yourself, what am I known for, you know, for 5 years from now? Or who would I be in 5 years? Or you might start to question the mere fact that, oh, what makes me different from everybody else? And like I say, Aquarius energy in itself, it tends to respond better to a big vision than a short-term desire. Because it's always about the future. It's usually about the future. So when it comes to growth and development, um, oftentimes uh you could be in a community where there's like online audiences, groups, communities. You might be interested in those type of things like networking. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it's crazy because with Aquarius energy, it's like they're always into technology. They're always into gadgets. Like they might spend a whole lot of time in their computers, their laptops, their iPads, just to communicate or just to network. They might have a job that requires them to be at home, so it's like they might work from home and have to use a laptop computer, just checking emails. It could be what do they call it, like weather, insulation, air conditioning, where you just answer emails and that's your job. That could be one thing. Now, another thing is that when it comes to being, authenticity within yourself, having a Aquarius midheaven, you usually benefit more from standing out than blending in with, everybody else. So you could be the type of person that's thinking about creating content like, like this, like YouTube. You could be uh interested in like streaming, gaming, communities, apps, websites, or internet-based projects. So that's the placement for you with the Aquarius midheaven. And see, I'm gonna tell you how to manifest this because, like I say, I'm a big, I say a big believer when it comes to affirmation. So the type of like for your situation, your placement, Aquarius midheaven, to manifest these things of which I mentioned, you have to set affirmations for yourself. So you can say things like, "Oh, um, I will succeed." Write it down on paper. I will succeed by being myself, or you could say, uh, my uniqueness creates opportunities, or you could be like, the right people find me naturally. Appreciate that, I rise. Appreciate the super chat. Um, you could be the type of person that, far as the affirmation, you could be like, the right people find me naturally. My ideas attract a community meant for them, or I build something that lasts. And I tell people to always write down and set affirmations and put it up on your, on your dresser, your refrigerator, your ceiling, your door. So when you wake up and you keep having to see it, see, because when you keep seeing it, it manifests. Because everything that you do on a day to day, you have everything that you see every day. Of I'm telling you, it manifests every time. You keep doing something every single day. You keep seeing, oh, like I succeed by being myself. You keep seeing that over and over and over and over. Next thing you know, it's gonna happen. That's that's gonna be a reality for you. Then it's like, damn, because I'm gonna tell you, that's how you tap into your subconscious. Once you see the affirmation, you affirm it, boom. It's gonna happen because you activated your subconscious mind. See? So I always tell people, like, it's important. So you gotta look at everything like that you're currently doing, and like I say, it will happen. And then let me see, she said, yes, life makes no, she said she's a intuitive astrologer. I have my own lane with astrology. That's what's up. Said, yes, life makes me beat to my own drum, especially with career. And said, and for the longest, my Scorpio moon wanted to be hidden by my Jupiter is in Leo in the third house, conjunct my let me see. So I intentionally do the opposite. Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't know about that. Like, and see, he's like, you could be in a situation that let me see. Yeah, that fits a lot into your Aquarius midheaven for sure. So like you said you had a South Node. Did you say? Let me see. What is your South Node by chance? Let me see. Cause if you say that it's like you intentionally do the opposite, it could be because of karmic patterns and just learning experiences. See, because of the whole you said it being in the third house, that you having a Leo in the third house. Let me see. Oh, you said you live life in the subconscious. Yeah, that's what's up. And see, you're doing it right because the subconscious is like, I'm gonna tell you guys, like I have the actual strategy. And I say it's a strategy because you gotta do it every day. But what you have to do is give yourself like 30 days. See? And 30 days is usually like when you want to manifest an outcome, you do it for 30 days. See, and then that's how you activate your subconscious because your subconscious has to be activated. You have to like say things a certain way. You got to do things a certain way. You got to focus because if you just go about life without no plan, or you're just not subconsciously driven, it can affect you in so many different ways. Like where you do something for 30 days, it's like you lock in for 30 days. Let's just say you want to start becoming healthier. You just focus on eating fruits and vegetables. Then after 30 days, you'll see a big change. See, but you gotta like stick to it. But yeah, definitely. Let me see. Oh, you say yes, you stuck on the past. So all I see is patterns that feel like it isolates. That's facts. You have to reprogram your mind, become your facts is yep, definitely. Because You gotta say what you want, and that of what you say what you want, that's what you get. That's the thing. So it's like patterns, like you could have good patterns and then you could have bad patterns. You gotta know like which ones to do. But definitely like see what I do is I do transformative healing. So it's like I could basically heal a person. That's my gift, is that I heal people and shit. So like people could be going through trauma, like all kind of stuff, or just being broken down, or went through a traumatic situation, and I bring them back to their self. Because sometimes you could lose yourself when you are like you go through a traumatic experience, and let's say somebody broke you down to where you don't feel like your normal self. You can actually be brought back to your normal self. Because sometimes it's just your spirit could just be weighed down, and that's why I tell people like depression is real, and it's like you could be broken down and then you could start living your life in a different way. See, it's like because you're not living your life in the way that you want to live, or how you would live, like had somebody not broken you down, because you could be programmed or brainwashed into someone else's thinking and how they want things to go. Yeah, I was picking that up when that's why I said that, because I felt that. I was like, I felt the trauma coming from you. So that's why I was like, I mentioned it. Say, yep, absolutely. I was just going through depression, living somewhere else, program that opposed me. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, sometimes like with the Scorpio moon, you gotta be careful because it's like those emotions are heavy with Scorpio moon. Like there's a lot of different dangers with the placement, because what you don't want to do, because this can hinder your manifestation, is like holding grudges. And a lot of times I'm gonna tell you, holding grudges could be a challenge because you may not want to let go. See, you might remember the emotional wounds for years. You can have difficulty forgetting betrayals. You may replay those old situations repeatedly that happened in the past. Um, because what happens is when that happens, then it's like an open wound that follows you. Because if you don't heal from it, it becomes an open wound. And then when it comes to, yeah, and that's what you're right with the loop for years. That's what it does. Anytime you do something and you do it more than one time, it becomes a pattern. See, and if it's working against you, then you have to address it, but you have to admit, like, that's the real first way of healing from something, is admitting that what you did wrong, you know, to yourself. It's like, oh well, I didn't forgive this person, so this is haunting me for all my years that I've until now. But you have to just admit that, yeah, whatever was said, it hurt my feelings or it hurt me. And then that's when you start to build yourself back up, because sometimes people's pride get in the way. They don't want to admit that, okay, I was hurt, I was wrong, or I trusted the wrong person, or I trusted the wrong situation. And see, you might be the type of person that has trust issues because of the traumas, the grudges. The grudges can stem from, oh, I don't want to let this happen again. So it could be the it, I'm gonna tell you, the grudge can make. I'm gonna tell you why the grudge can feel like a grudge, because when you have a difficulty of forgetting it. See, if you can constantly keep remembering what happened, of how somebody hurt you, that's how it ends up manifesting into a grudge, because you focus on it. And the same thing applies if you focus on things that are, positive, then you get the same result, but it'll be in a good way. So anything you focus on, you give it energy. Energy is like water in its currency, because when you water something, it grows. It grows and grows and grows. So if you have a grudge against somebody, it grows and grows and grows and grows. And then it ends up overtaking you, because at that point you can't control it. See? So that's why I tell people just forgive even if you're hurt, because you don't want to be entangled by your own, your own memories, because your memories are your experiences. You have a bad experience, it can follow you for years. You could think that, like, or assume everybody's like that. And that's what creates the manifestation of trust issues. And trust issues make you feel suspicious before trust is even earned. So it's like it's like you wouldn't even have the mirror, or just have the even uh the you wouldn't even give anyone the opportunity to earn it. You see what I'm saying? That's when you will have the trust issue. And then I'm gonna tell you, with and what I'm giving you right now is not. I'm just letting you know the dangers behind the Scorpio moon placement, because anytime somebody does, I'm gonna tell you how strong, how powerful, and intense that it could be, because having a Scorpio placement can make you. It will trigger other people's subconscious minds, but you just gotta know that when you open them up, you gotta be willing to walk away from 'em. Be willing to let them go if that's what it takes. See, especially once you see their shadow. So it's like that's just something to pay attention to. You said it's at 3 degrees. Okay, so like at 3 degrees. Let me see. Scorpio moon. Okay, so yeah, that means it's definitely heavy at that degree, because like I say, it's at its strongest. Um, it's almost like this, like, so you said it's that Pluto at 3 degrees. Well, okay, so what you gotta watch out for, because like I said, this is at its strongest. So that means that those emotions of which you feel, they run deep. See, and it's real. It's real as day to you, and rarely superficial. So here you can have strong instincts for detecting what isn't being said. So every time you could really, when people are speaking to you in social circles, you may feel like, damn, like you may have a person repeat things to you just because you feel or detect that, oh, what's not being said. Because that's what ends up triggering other people's subconscious. See, it's like what's not being said. You pick up on it. That's what Scorpio moon is known for. And see, on top of that, you could be protective of private feelings. See, you might know privately how you feel, how others feel. And that can make the whole emotional memory in itself intense. And at the same time, you can have a strong desire for loyalty and honesty. That's why you catch on to, what's not being said. Because that can feel heavy for you. Then it could cause a reaction in such a way where when someone isn't telling you what is not being said, it can allow you to have that whole, I don't trust this, I don't trust this, I don't trust this. And then you end up, leaving the situation. See? Because the one thing with Aquarius energy, with that midheaven, is that you could be the type of person that just detach once you realize that, oh, I know this person isn't telling me the whole story. So I'm not even gonna sit here any longer. See? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, see, it's crazy because, like, with rising Scorpio is different. It's more like what people see in you. So how people perceive me, I trigger people subconsciously based on how they see me. So it's like when they see me, I trigger people in such a way where they might not like me but can't explain it. See, that's a shadow that, oh, I don't like this guy. Oh, they haven't even got to know me, but they just don't like me off the rip. See, because of what's on the surface. So I can, like, with any type of Pluto placements, you can unsettle somebody without even like touching them. Like you can literally um, it's like you can literally pierce their psyche just by your presence. That's how intense it is. Say I rush. She said, yes, learning to walk away detached because staying too long had me suffering. But God already showed me it's like my mind had to catch up with my soul. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you right, you doing it right. The first thing of healing is awareness. See, if you have to be aware that, okay, I need, what I need, or what I was doing was the wrong way. And then all of a sudden, boom, that's when answers start coming to you once you become aware first. See, once you become aware, now everything gets activated. Now you start to pay attention to things that you probably wouldn't have seen in plain sight because you had to lock in. See, so it's like everything gets turned on once you are fully aware. Like that's why people can literally get out of a car and then look over their shoulder, and then a loose dog could be coming your way, and you not even like, you probably would feel subconsciously like, damn, I didn't even know a dog was coming after me, and I just so happily saw it. And then it lessens the effect because the dog is more motivated when he knows you're not paying attention. When you are fully aware, you become ominous to the point where when once you see things, they lose motivation. See, the dog starts to see you and he notices that you notice him, so he ends up turning around. See, because what's the point? You saw me coming, so it like lessens. It's like it ends up lessening the attack or the whole. Hey, because people will, if they know you don't see them, then they're more. Um, it's like they're more daring. See, they're more bold to strike. But once you see him, it's like, oh, damn, he saw me. If anything sees you at that point, it's like it loses its effect. It loses its energy. Let me see. She said, funny thing is, my solar return for the year 35 is Scorpio rising. Damn. Yeah, the Scorpio rising is, to me, I ain't gonna lie, it's a blessing and a curse because I would say a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really keep a whole lot of people close because a lot of people, like, I end up discovering that they have some type of ulterior motive, a hidden motivation. And then I end up, pulling out the toys of that person. It's like hidden toys of, uh, how can I say it? Trick bags of just like deception and things, just people that could be manipulative, and people are very, very, triggered by me, and it's on a subconscious level to where they don't show it just off a mirror, on the surface. They just don't tell me. They try to be, fake and try to shake my hand and talk to me, even though they feel like that subconsciously. And it ends up coming out, and it's like I always see through people. So that's why it's dangerous because could you imagine like somebody you thought was genuine was not on your side the whole time? It's cold blooded with that. You said it's like you protecting your identity as you transform. But here's the thing, like with transformation with Pluto, is that when you when you go through rebirth, you begin to, shed your skin to where you evolve because you outgrow, the situations that you are placed in, and then you become stronger every time you transform. So one thing about Scorpio or just Pluto placements is that you become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger because when you when you look at the whole situation that you conquer or that you dominate or you just survive, persevere through it, it's like it makes you stronger, and then it enhances your subconscious. See, and then you get that. That's where you get that emotional intelligence from, and that makes you move a certain way to where other people can't thrive because they're not willing to face their shadow. See, because you got to control your shadow side. When you got a Pluto, any type of Pluto placements, you got to control your shadow side. It's almost like you got to put the put the brakes to it and say, okay, I don't need to operate as a snake, or I don't need to slither around being manipulative with other people, because the problem is, if anybody created manipulation, the Scorpio. It's almost like they do manipulation at a higher level. It's like a higher frequency. So it's like when you think of the Machiavellian type of, like, strategies, and into how people think about things subconsciously, that's what I'm referring to, is that this the type of thing where people don't even, like, they don't pay attention to. And that everything, like, if anybody that studied, Machiavelli or Machiavellism, is like he really talk about different things, like how people think about things. And it's true. Like, if you follow his strategies, he'll put you up on game. But you gotta, this is what I've learned. Not all strategies are, just because it's a strategy doesn't mean it will always work. Because even with a Machiavellian type of, strategy, there's still loopholes. There's still, like, if you're not strong enough to even, like, stomach, most of the things he tells you, what to do about certain situations, if it ain't for you, it's not it might work for him, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Yep, definitely. And that's why I say, like, you said, it's hard when you see so much. And that's just how Pisces is. Pisces sees so much, absorbs so much, and Pisces sees and knows things that they probably don't want to know, or they may know more than what they reveal. So the scary thing is that when you when you see the truth, it's like it can literally make you feel sad, because what could have been. Because you gotta understand, with Pisces, they see the potential in everything. So if a Pisces looked at a person and thought, like, oh, this would be a great friend or a great person to hang out with on the weekends, or whoop de whoop, and then all of a sudden the intuition says something different and says, don't trust this person. Sometimes you're like, damn, I was getting a little lonely, or hey, I wanted to have somebody to talk to, and then all of a sudden you can't talk to them. So it's like that could really just, your whole it's like, damn, I can't trust what my eyes are showing. I can't trust what I see. It's like, just because something looks good, it doesn't always mean you don't know. It's just because you have to question everything that you see. If that and that's why I said life is like an illusion, because if if you're on a plane flying in the clouds, everything looks different than you being in a car on, if you being in a car just on, on concrete, or just, outside from that experience, you see something different. You don't see the same thing someone sees flying around in the clouds on an airplane or a helicopter. It's like, oh, why can't I see what you see? Because you're seeing it at a different perspective. It's like, even though it's not your perspective, it's just how the world is. Everybody is seeing something different. See, I'm seeing the clear skies. You're seeing clouds. Oh, you're seeing land, fields, water, just a bunch of stuff that doesn't look like nothing's moving. But I'm where everything's moving. People are people are driving, people are, walking around. But from that distance, from the skyline of things, they don't see people walking around. They just see land and water, bodies of water. So that's why I said life is an illusion, because the truth is there are real people living, even though you can't see them. See, because the reality changes when you are looking at something from a different perspective. You can't you cannot you cannot prove to someone that doesn't see what you see. See what I'm saying? You can't prove that, oh yeah, 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 I saw some clouds up there. I saw all bodies of water and I didn't see any people. And then the person that's on dry land, they're like, "Oh, I saw, I looked up at the sky and I didn't see no airplanes. I didn't see one. So who's lying?" Neither one of you are lying. It's just that y'all are so far apart from each other to where you see different shit. That's why I said that doesn't mean it's not there. It's because you're not there to see what they see. That is why you know it's an illusion. See? Because it's like an illusion is something that you look at and you got to be sure of what you're seeing. You have to know exactly what it is. And if I sit here and tell you, oh, I don't really know what you're seeing because I don't see it, it doesn't mean that, oh, it's not true. And see, that's why I tell people like, bro, you you have to be realistic in order to have good perception of things. See, because if you're not realistic, then you're going to say that someone is lying when they say they saw something different from their perspective. Oh, I saw a gorilla walking through a park. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because I didn't see it. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people only go by what they see, and that's bad perception. Because perception is like a signal. See, perception is like a signal, and you have to use it correctly. If the lens is, let's say, a person can't see out of their left eye, well, then everything they see could be blurry, and they probably won't make sense of what they're seeing because they can't see it. So even if it's right there in plain sight, they might miss it. There's a chance that they might miss it. And I'm gonna tell you, especially when you got Scorpio moon, people oftentimes they describe perception like a signal receiver. Because I'm gonna tell you, you gotta think of it like this. Observation is what your eyes and ears pick up on. Perception is the meaning of what your mind assigns to the signal with. See? And the intuition is a feeling about the signal before you can fully explain it. And projection is the mistakes. See, when I'm going to tell you, projection is mistaking your own fears or expectations for the signal. See? So that's the thing. If a person perceives a certain situation, they better not apply their own freaking shit that they have, I'm gonna say if they are projecting onto you, there's no way that they can have, what I'm saying, genuine perception of things because they will project onto you. So that's going to change the way you see them because the stuff that they are trying to project onto you is their shit. It's the shit that they do. See that? So that's why I say that when you said you have the Scorpio moon placement, and oftentimes it acts like a radio scanning for hidden frequencies. And then you get the surface signal, and that is what people say. Then you get the underlining signal, and that's their tone, their timing, what they avoid saying, and then the changes in their behavior. And see, the hidden signal is what you can't see. When I say what you can't see, are people motives. You see, a person can tell you by words, "Oh, I'm gonna clean your house. I'm gonna do the dishes. I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner." They can say these things and not fulfill them because of the hidden motives. Hidden motives are secrets. See? And that's why I says what you can't see. So you cannot find out through perception. You cannot use perception to find out what someone's motives are. You cannot use perception to find out what is someone else's secrets. You cannot use perception to figure out the emotional currents that taking place underneath the surface. So that's why I tell people stop using perception with people's words. Just because you see them talking does not mean it's the truth. See, does not mean that that's the answer because, oh, they said it. You have to, you see, I'm going to tell you the strength of the Scorpio moon can notice things that other people miss. See, because it's all about what's not being said, bro. What you can't see. Scorpio moon focuses on that alone. See, the shadow. And on top of that, the danger is that when you're focused on the signals all the time, see, you can start receiving real signals, old memories, fears, and assumptions. And they can feel similar to, oh, that's why people often say, you see, they can feel similar of everything I mentioned. And I'm gonna tell you, that's why people oftentimes say perception is a signal, but not every signal is the truth. See, and that's why I tell people, it's not what you see. It's not about what you can see. It's not about what you can see. It's everything to do with what you can't see, bro. Everything is, I'm going to tell you the truth thing. Truth, this is what the facts are. Right now, you are omnipresent. And guess what? Your eyes are missing out on so much right now. I'm going to tell you, how do you know that to be true? You cannot see what's behind you. It's cold blooded. You cannot see what's underneath you. It's cold blooded. And even if you could see, guess what? Perception won't let you. It's a reason why you can't see what's behind you unless you turn around. But you got to know where to turn to see something for what it is. And guess what? How the hell would you know where to turn? Because you would have to what? You have to know where it's coming from the whole time. See, you got to know where the problem lies, and usually is what you can't see. And that's the thing why people, man, listen, a lot of times, see, deception is like this. If you don't have, if listen, if you only use perception, then you get deception. See that? That's why you can't rely only on what you see. And it's crazy because it's not the people you, and the crazy thing is people think, I'm gonna tell you, if you rely on, if you rely only on perception, you can fall into deception much faster. much faster. Because here's the thing. The idea is that perception is an it's a interpretation, not a fact. And you can listen, you can interpret something wrong just because you saw it a certain way does not mean it was that way. And then on top of that, let's just say somebody doesn't call you back, for example. Your perception says, "Oh man, they're ignoring me." But really, what could they be doing? They could be busy. They could be asleep. They could be distracted. They could be upset or actually ignoring you. And here's the danger. It isn't perception itself. I keep telling y'all, it's not perception itself. It's not deception itself. The danger is treating perception as certainty. It's cold blooded. It's not an instant yes, that's what's going on when you look at something. Man, this is why I tell people think of someone who can change clothes. Are they going to be the same as you saw them? No. Why? Because they changed. So that's why people can shapeshift and you not even know that they've done so because it's what you can't see. You did not see them changing. See? So you didn't know. You didn't know that they changed. So that's why I tell people that observation gives you data, awareness, notice patterns, perception creates meaning, and assumptions create deception. Listen, you are never supposed to assume shit. You have to know. You have to know things. You got to know the facts. You cannot say, I think. Oh, it might be. No, you can't do no assumptions. No assumptions. Cause I'm gonna tell you, when you assume shit, you create deception for yourself. So it's not the person deceiving you. You're deceiving yourself when you assume. And here's the thing. That's why some people say, trust what you observe more than what you imagine. Trust what you observe more than what you imagine. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Here's the thing. When I'm gonna tell you, you could perceive something is off and still say something changed. And then you might say, oh, let me gather more information. Instead of something changed, therefore, I know exactly why. Notice I said, I know exactly why. And that is the whole gap between what you know and what you think you know is where deception often enters, bro. That's why I say you gotta know. You gotta know what you're seeing, bro. You gotta know what you're seeing. Your eyes is nothing but a lens, bro. Your eyes are nothing but a lens. That's it. You gotta know what you're seeing in order for it to have meaning. I tell people this all the time, bro. And that's why I say, like, bro, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you why you cannot see what's behind you, bro. Your eyes face forward, not backwards. See, you can see, I'm gonna say it like this. You can see actions. I know that I know I'm on fire right now, you guys. It's a reason I'm gonna tell you. Your lens is only supposed to see actions. See, words, that's connected to a person's voice that requires you to listen. You can only listen to understand what they really are saying, but it is in their actions. It's not what you say, it's what you do. That's why it's so important to keep your word by carrying it out, not by simply saying it. Now, you can see actions, but not always intentions. Oh, you can see the suitcase, but you don't see what's in it. See? And here's the thing, you can hear words, but not always motives. You can see the effect, but not always the cause. That's why people develop things like awareness, pattern recognition, experience, critical thinking to try to understand what's happening behind the mask, bro. The mask is the facade, bro. That's why I keep telling people the favorite mask of the ego is the facade, bro. See, the facade and the illusion, bro. You are always met with these people first before the actual person that's standing in front of you. See, and here's the thing, metaphorically, you can see the shadow on the wall, but not always the object casting it. See? And then on top of that, the danger is when people assume they know exactly what's behind the shadow without enough evidence, bro. So you can say you can't see behind yourself because you're standing in front. You can only see clues, signals, and outcomes. The rest has to be discovered, not assumed. That's why you gotta wait, bro. Yes, exactly, Iraj. Yes, the actor and the actress. Facts. That's why I said everybody's performing right now. Everybody's putting on a performance. Do you think that everybody you see on TV, that's the real them? No. They could be simply putting on an act. They can be playing a character. See, you cannot go by what you see. You cannot always go by what you see because that's how you create deception, bro. And then on top of that, see if you don't see things clearly, see that's why I say the only way you get clarity, you gotta use awareness. Because I'm telling you, like, you know, the only way to be wise is you have to know better. And another thing is like this. Like if you're not seeing things clearly, I'm gonna tell you how dangerous this is. Is that see, it's always much bigger than what everything is always much bigger than what you're looking at. Everything is much more bigger than what you're looking at. Every time, bro. Everything is so much bigger than what you're looking at. The danger is not listen, the danger is not seeing that clearly. That is much bigger than what it actually looks like. It could never be that simple. It could never be that simple, that easy, bro, to know somebody just by looking at them. See, This is another thing. Why? Why? Because you react to the illusion first. When clarity is missing, this is why I said an illusion outweighs a facade, and they come together. Every time they come together. When you look at a person, stop looking at the person, because who are you met with? Their facade and their illusions. And you have to find, listen, if you haven't met them, those are the people you meet first, not the person. You got to meet their illusion and their facade. Because if you forget about them, oh, you'll be getting hit with all kind of motives, all kind of the shit you don't see, secrets. See, now here's the thing. When clarity is missing, that's when you start to assume. You start to react to the illusion of which was shown to you, because the assumptions to you become facts. Then you start feeling things, and then you think that what you feel is the evidence. Then you start to fear because of the reality. Now you start fighting what you think is there instead of what is actually there. So you end up misreading people as a result, because you are reacting to their illusions. Without awareness, loyalty looks like weakness. Without awareness, silence looks like guilt. Without awareness, confidence looks like arrogance. Without awareness, kindness looks like manipulation. So you create your own enemies. I keep saying this, bro. You create your own enemies. There is no such thing as an enemy, because you create them yourself. To say, I have enemies. Oh, I got a bunch of ops. I got enemies. No, you're misreading. See, you're misinterpreting what enemies are. See, the enemies you create are what? Demons. See? And here's the thing. You create your own enemy. Sometimes the threat isn't the person. It's overthinking, which can be an enemy. Suspicion, which can be an enemy. Old wounds can be an enemy. And expectation. Expectations are enemies. And all of these can distort what you're seeing, bro. This is why I'm saying, bro, you missed the real problem. Many people focus on symptoms instead of causes. For example, let's say the argument isn't the problem. The lack of trust is. The lie isn't the problem. The motive behind the lie is the problem. Because why are you lying? What are you trying to get? What are you trying to accomplish? You don't lie just to lie. It's never about the lie itself. It's the motive behind lying. You become easy to manipulate because you lack awareness. You follow crowds. You believe appearances. You accept narratives without questioning them. That's what makes you easy to manipulate. But awareness helps you look beyond the surface. Clarity ties, co, co exceeds. Put it like this: clarity and awareness are like tag team partners. You could think of it like this: your eyes see what's visible. Your awareness notices what's hidden behind what you see. Wisdom knows the difference. And I'm going to tell you, look at it like this. If you did not get any of what I said, awareness sees the signal, clarity filters the noise. Without clarity, every signal starts to look like the truth because you created it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. If y'all like say, y'all effort the content. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button if you resonated. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.